We love the energy. It keeps us going.
Yep.
But welcome all to our very first Jane Iredale Clean Beauty Masterclass. And this focus will be prime time. So we'll be discussing today Jane Iredale primers for makeup looks that last. I'm an advocate of primers, so I'm very excited. So why don't we go ahead and make some introductions? We've been over here chatting and haven't introduced ourselves. So I am going to throw it to you, Miss Katie, so that you can introduce yourself.
I would love to. Thank you. So I am Katie Callahan. I'm our digital and social media manager for Jane Iredale. Anything you see on social, a lot of the things you see on our website kind of come through my little fingers typing. And I'm so excited to be with you all tonight and learn from the master herself, Miss Michelle Turner. Please take it away.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am thrilled to be here. My name is Nichelle Turner, and I am the National Makeup Artist and Educator here at Jane. Just a little bit about my background. I have been a pro makeup artist for 26 years and counting. My goodness. So I've done everything from morning news to red carpet and all in between. And it has been my utmost pleasure of being a part of this brand for the last 7 years of my career. Hopefully, it's going to last longer than that, but I am just thrilled. I absolutely love this brand. I love my team. I love our partners. I love our customers. So again, welcome. This is a safe space. This is a learning space. So please make sure you guys have all found your chat box, which we are thrilled about. Make sure that if you have any questions, go ahead and chat it up with us. If not, we also will have a little bit of time at the end if you want to ask some other questions. You can also send us messages privately if you want to, if you're a little bit more shy, it's okay. We'll take them all right? So, and again, we will have a demo and a little bit of an announcement. So make sure you do stay for that. But until then, let's get into the agenda. All right. So agenda, why primers? Okay. Then we're going to talk about the Smooth Affair family. I love this. Primed for more. Came up with that myself. We're going to have our short little demo. And again, we're going to have that time for some Q&A. All right. So before we get started, though, for those of you who are not familiar with our brand, I just want to talk a little bit about what we stand for as a brand, as a company. We were founded in 1994 by a little lady named Jane Iredale herself. She is absolutely amazing. I always say Jane walks on water, and people believe me, so I don't know. But each and every time you purchase a product from us, you will notice a few icons on the sides of your products, or at this point, we're going through a few packaging changes, maybe in the back, maybe in the side, maybe inside. I don't know. Katie, you can correct me. So I want you to know how important it is that we have each and every one of these icons on our products because it really speaks to our brand as a clean brand and the integrity of all of our products. So our version of what clean beauty is and what clean beauty defined means to us is our products are never formulated with phthalates, with talc, no parabens. We have no nanoparticles. We have no synthetic fragrances. Everything's non-GMO, and we have no synthetic preservatives. Super important. I popped up an article popped up today about there's this huge concern with all of these things that are now found in cosmetics. And my lovely lady that lives in Northern California, and my other lady that also lives in California, as you know, beginning 2025, our governor signed a bill that said products that contain phthalates will no longer be able to be manufactured or sold in the state of California. So we've been ahead of the game. It's been 27 years. So we were ahead of the game. All right. And you'll also see some other clean and safe labeling. We have here our Leaping Bunny seal of approval. We do not do any animal testing. We are the animals. We have a partnership with PETA. We have that eco certification on quite a few of our products. We also have that recommendation of the skin from the Skin Cancer Foundation on all of our products that contain SPF. Vegan, for the most part, our line is vegan. All of our products that contain SPF are reef safe, if that's a concern. I know I have some Florida folks in the house. And also everything is manufactured here in the US. All right. So if you have any questions about anything that I've just mentioned, please make sure to type it in your chat box and we'll grab it for you. Okay. So let's get down to the business. Why primers? So there are several reasons why primers are super important when it comes to makeup application and makeup wear. I'm going to start here and I'm probably going to get in trouble for it. I will say this and then I will stop preaching from the highest mountain about it. Moisturizers are not primers. All right. Okay. If you follow me
Amen.
on IG, if you follow me on IG, you've seen me say that before. However, primers can have moisturizing and hydrating properties. Okay. Every single item in our makeup line all the way down to the lip liner has some sort of skincare benefits. So when I tell you like the benefits that we do offer in all of our products, it's not just that immediate gratification, it also shows through with long-term use, okay? So primers evens out skin tone and texture. So literally, it's like I use this analogy a lot when I explain it to my own private clients why they should use a primer. If you were going to paint a wall, you don't just put a brand new coat of paint on the wall, right? Because whatever's underneath is going to just kind of seep to the surface. So what we do is we prime that wall and we prepare it for that brand new coat of paint. I hate to liken makeup to coat of paint, but you know what I'm saying, right? Because whatever you put on top of that primed wall is going to show up in its truest nature. So that's definitely one of the benefits of using a primer, evening out skin tone and texture. And when you even out your skin tone and texture, pretty much a lot of the work is done for you. So you end up using less foundation. Hydrating or mattifying, depending on the formula that you use, that's appropriate for your skin. Also, our primers can double as a moisturizer. When we talk about each formula, I'll show you the key ingredients that can act as moisturizers on the skin. You can make your full coverage foundation more sheer. So I saw someone in the building that they absolutely love glow time. Maybe glow time is not the best thing for you during the hot summer months when it's a little bit more hot and humid, but you just love that glow time. Mixing it with some of your primer is a fantastic way to just shear it out. And also, of course, when we prime everything, it's going to increase the longevity of your makeup wear. Okay. So, Katie, I do believe we have a question.
I was
Would you
just
mind
about to
grabbing that for me?
interject. Yes, Susan asked, so would a primer be used under the tinted moisturizer?
Absolutely. Any sort of foundation product that you're going to use, whether it's Pure Press or Amazing Base or the Dream Tint, use a primer. And you'll find again that you'll end up using less product because it's going to even it out for you before you even touch your fingers to foundation or brushes. Because you'll hear me talk about tools in just a second. Hey, I'm an artist. I gotta have my tools.
It's
All
true.
right.
We have the best one.
All right. Do we have any more questions? I think there's a couple more.
Yes. Oh, this is a great one. It's from Anonymous, but they asked, can a primer be used over an SPF?
You always want to use your primer before you use your SPF. That SPF is going to be your first line of defense against UVA and UVB damage. So that's going to be your protective gear, for lack of better terms. Okay. So you always want to make sure that you round it out with that SPF, but use it underneath. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Michelle wants to know, what is the shelf life?
Of a primer or a
Mhm.
primer. Okay, so if you purchase our products, you will notice whether it's through a partner or online or however you get your Jane products. Hopefully, you're visiting your local partner, and we'll get into that in just a second. There's a little. It looks like a little cylinder, and it has like an opening. So, and I believe does it say 12 or 24? It says 12. Okay. So once you open it, once you pop that seal, it's good for 12 months after that. So you have 1 year to use your product. Okay. And which makes sense because everything is highly concentrated. And by the way, all of the products that we mentioned today, make sure that we're supporting our local businesses. We do have a partner locator on our website that you can kind of type your name, type your city and your zip code in, and it will show you the nearest partner. And that's the best way to make sure you have your perfect match for your pure press base or your mason base or whatever your formula of choice is. But we definitely want to make sure that we are supporting our small businesses. Okay. All right.
And I just, sorry, no feedback there. I shared that in our chat if you'd like to view your local store.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for those questions. Those were great. All right, so now we are primed for more. Isn't she beautiful? This image just, when I first saw it, I went, because
Same.
she's
It's
gorgeous,
so pretty. Yeah.
gorgeous, and it's like effortless. So welcome to our Smooth Affair family. Within our Smooth Affair family, we have three primers, three formulas cater to each and every skin type and condition. So we again have something for everyone. And I just want you to know that our original Smooth Affair is in our top list of products. I think we sell one every 4 minutes internationally. So that just goes to
Every
show
4 minutes
you
globally.
globally. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that crazy?
that's amazing. So that speaks volumes to this one little tube. All right. And if you are familiar with Smooth Affair, you'll know that it got a little bit of a facelift. So no worries, same amazing formula, but we have changed our packaging just a bit to make it a little bit more sleek and a little bit more foxy. All right. So before we get into that original formula, let's talk about that brand new formula. I am goo goo gaga over this brand new formula. This is our new Smooth Affair Illuminating Glow Face Primer. So as you can see, from left to right, we have unprimed, we have primed in the middle, and then we have full face of makeup at the end. I mean, and she literally could have just gone outside with a little SPF after using this primer, right? You see how it's evened out skin tone and texture. It's helped a little bit with her dark circles, is really, really giving her this beautiful, beautiful brightness to the skin. So some key ingredients that I want to share with you. And if these ingredients, they don't sound familiar, don't worry. You know, again, it's like I'm a nerd, I'm a makeup nerd. Feel free to ask if you need to, but I will try to explain as best as I can. There's a bit of mica in it, and mica gives it a very subtle pearl finish. So I don't want you to think that, oh my goodness, I'm going to put it on, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to look extremely oily or greasy or shiny. No, what it does, it reflects light. So it just gives a beautiful, beautiful, healthy, pearlescent look to the skin. There's also hyaluronic acid. Now, hyaluronic acid helps the body to hold on to moisture and hydration. Okay. So, and there's also some shea butter. Shea butter helps to reduce trans epidermal water loss and it helps to extend the makeup wear. I am an oily girl. And when I first heard shea butter, I got very nervous, I will say, but it is fantastic on my skin. It really, really helps to your skin to hold on to water without giving it any excess oil. Okay. So again, that beautiful radiant pearl finish, very soft, very subtle, great for all skin types. Did
And
we have a question?
we just got some
Okay.
questions. Getting some feedback on my end. So Kathy asked, so primer is not your moisturizer. How long after you put your moisturizer on can you apply the primer?
What I usually like to do, I like to kind of let my moisturizer sit for probably about 60 seconds.
Mhm.
And then I'll go in and do my primer and then I'll put my makeup on top of that.
Great.
Yeah.
And then Pauline and Leslie have similar questions about how does this work on photo shoots? Is there any flashback and how does it work with flash photography?
Well, I will say this, I still am a working artist, Pauline. So artist to artist, we have absolutely no flashback in any of our products, especially because we don't have talc. And with the formulation of the illuminating primer, again, that mica is going to reflect light, but it does not give any flashback. It just gives a beautiful, beautiful subtle glow. A lot of times the enemy of the camera is the talc that causes that flashback, and we have talc in nothing. So we have more of a skin-like finish to all of our foundations, I'm proud to say. Anything else before we move on?
Or do the primers contain citrus?
Yes, so this formula that I'm going to speak about just now, it does have some citrus in it, has some grapefruit extract. So I'm curious, are they allergic to citrus?
Let's see, Judith, do you have any allergies? She's probably typing, but we do
Okay.
have some other questions in the meantime. Do all the primers fill pores, or does one do a better job than the others? The anonymous attendee has combo skin.
No, absolutely not. I mean, absolutely not. No, of course they do. So all of them will even out skin tone and texture and also pores. When I get to the oily skin primer, we're going to talk about that pore away technology that helps to reduce the look of pores. So every formula equally as good or as amazing on evening out skin tone and texture. So it's more about what your concern is and also your skin condition and type.
Great.
Okay. All right.
And Jenny asked, do you use a damp sponge to apply it to the face?
No, you won't need to use that. We will get into the application during the demo portion. So hang tight, okay? So we can just kind of keep going, but hang tight. We're going to go over application during demo. All right, fair enough. Okay, all right. So let's talk about our Smooth Affair
Yeah,
brightening.
exactly. I'll save the rest of these.
Huh? Okay, all right. So let's talk about our
I'll
Smooth
save the
Affair.
rest. Yeah.
Okay, our Smooth Affair Brightening Face Primer. This is our number 2 SKU in the entire company. So this is our original baby. This is our original Smooth Affair. If you have experienced Smooth Affair, it is an experience. This is fantastic for someone who is normal to dry. This has grapefruit extract that does some instant brightening. It gives radiance to the skin. There's also apple extract that helps with cell turnover. It helps the skin to maintain its elasticity. There's also royal jelly, which helps skin, the hydration level in skin. And it also helps to reduce the look of redness. And there's also an algae extract that helps to really, really kind of firm and tone the skin and prevent moisture loss. So this is, again, fantastic for someone who is desiring more of a dewiness to the skin, normal to dry or a drier skin, and you may possibly be looking for something that's anti-aging or not, because drier skins are not necessarily looking for anti-aging. Again, skin conditions and skin type. So this is going to even out that skin tone and texture, and this is ideal for someone with dry, normal to dry skin. Okay. And then moving right along, we have my pal, the Smooth Affair for oily skin. This is gives a beautiful soft radiance to an oily skin without again making it look oily or heavy or greasy. With I will say this about primers, and I know that we've probably all have tried some primers and we're like, I don't know how I feel about that, because the texture of primers have always been kind of a like a turn off to me. But with our primers, you'll notice that it's more of a gel-like texture, with the exception of the illuminating primer that's more of a creamy but not a heavy cream. Remember, it's going to be a lighter weight, so it's a very comfortable skin like gel like texture, which I love. My skin loves it. So with that being said, we have our oily skin primer. It has green tea leaf. Of course, we know green tea is a powerful antioxidant. It's a base of coconut alkanes, so that really gives that beautiful silkiness to it. There's that grapefruit extract. And then we also have included with this particular formula a pour away technology, which helps to reduce the look of pores by simply mattifying the skin very softly. Doesn't make your skin feel really tight, because I know a lot of times too, we hear mattify and we're like, oh my God, is my face gonna crack off? Do I feel really tight? It gives a very comfortable feel, but really it helps to reduce the look of pores by simply controlling that oil production. All right. So now, with that being said, before we move on to the demo, I want to make sure that uh, all the questions about each formula has been answered, or do you want to wait till the end? Everything's been answered?
We have a couple more. Sorry, I was trying to fix my audio. I don't know if I made it worse. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just
Oh,
fine.
okay, great. So Sarah asked, is there a different primer for each skin type? You sort of walked through that, and I think we'll kind of talk through it a little further. Let's see. How do you decide which primer is right for your skin? Would you say that's personal preference?
No, I would say this. you know your skin type. So if you're looking for, if you have that normal to oily or that oily skin, then you're going to go with the oily skin primer. If
Mhm.
you are going to, if you're more in that normal to dry side of things, then you would use the original formula. If you want more of a dewiness to the skin, any skin type can use the illuminating primer. That's where your personal choice could kind of kick in, where if you want just a little bit of a boom, a little pearlescent look to the skin, then you can go with the illuminating primer.
Great. Oh, we have a great question here, which will be a good segue into our demo, but can I wear
Okay.
primer under a mineral powder foundation,
Yeah.
or should it be, or should it be worn under a cream foundation only?
No, ma'am. We are getting into this demo right now. Funny you should ask that.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to stop my share and I am going to walk this beautiful queen through
Okay.
an application. All right. I know I love, take a breath. It's
So
okay.
nervous. Okay.
So one thing I want you to know about our foundation formulas, but really particularly our powders, because that our complexion products are really what we're known for. In today's demo, I'm going to walk Katie through an application of our Pure Pressed, which is our number one selling foundation. I mean, period. So if you're looking for a foundation, you're probably looking for this, and that's why I'm really suggesting that I'm trying to drive you to our partner location so you can get speed matched
Yeah.
properly, because you want to wear this. You want to wear this and you want to make sure you have the correct shade.
Yep.
So our powders, again, have no fillers, no binders, completely talc free. So you are able to use them on top of primers or cream products. They're 4-in-1. So you get your SPF, you're getting your foundation. You can also use it as concealer, and it also is your antioxidant protection. So you definitely, absolutely can use your mineral powder on top of the primer. And you want to. Again, it's a foundation. So you want to be able to manage that. All right, ma'am. So first things first, we're going to take, are you going to use the original or the illuminating?
See,
Okay. Oh, sorry.
yeah.
It just came through.
See. I sure hope you can hear me. I can hear you fine. It's crystal clear, but
No, I absolutely can see, and I
okay.
can see your beautiful face. All right. So we're going to take just about a nickel size
Okay.
of that primer, because again, it's highly concentrated.
Mhm.
Now, I will recommend, you'll see Katie is using her blending contour brush to put on her primer. You can roll with that, or you can use your foundation brush, whatever strikes your fancy. I really like to put my primers on with a brush, because it really, all the product lands on your face instead of in your hands and in your fingertips and your nails. Okay. And we want every bit of that goodness. So, all right.
Should I
So,
put the back here?
yeah, that's fine. You can use it on the back of your hand. Perfect.
Okay.
Did I say a nickel? Sorry, I meant more like a chickpea
I
size.
know
I'm
what you meant.
sorry.
But in the meantime, we do have a couple more questions. Which primer, I think you may have touched on this, which primer is the best for dry senior skin?
I would go with the original formula, the Smooth Affair facial primer and brightener. That is going to be the best suited for someone with more seasoned. That's what I say to my
Yeah,
ladies.
love that. And okay, and we'll get to these other two in just a second. All right, so I'm just gonna dip.
You're gonna
I don't know
dip
why
it.
I'm so nervous. I do this every day, but like
I
on
know.
camera, I'm like,
Well,
okay,
you have 100 people watching you.
yeah.
So what you're going to do is, you always, whenever you do your makeup products, you always want to do a downward motion. When you do your skincare, you move up, makeup down, because you're laying down those invisible hairs. And then you're looking at me like, are you serious, lady, right now? Start at the center of your face and
Okay,
just work your way down.
I have a mirror here, but
Yeah. So we want to just go here. Yep. Go here and go
oh
all
my
over.
God,
Doesn't it
feels
feel
so
glorious?
nice. Because it's so, I mentioned how hot it was here and it's so cooling, like whoa, look at that.
That's gorgeous.
See that?
Yeah, that's gorgeous. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, subtle pearlescent glow. Nothing too crazy. What was the movie where folks would go out in the sun and they would shimmer?
Oh, I thought you mean Twilight.
Yes, no, you're no Twilight
I
here.
mean, not that I, you know, not that I know has ever
Hey, I
engaged
love them
with
all.
Twilight.
I
Exactly.
love them all. But I want everyone to notice how gorgeous and how even her skin just looks. It almost looks like a very soft filter already, right?
Look how it took the redness down.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
Katie shared with me that she went on a walk in New York in this heat before our master class with you all. So she turned beet red.
Yeah,
So this
it's
is really
crazy.
calming and soothing for the skin. Okay.
And this just feels, I mean, if you've never used our, excuse me, our brushes before, they're just like a little, they're just so soft. They're like little kitten paw.
Yes, and our Gloria says, I want some. Hey,
Oh,
ma'am,
Gloria.
right? But I will say this too, if this is a concern of yours, our brushes are vegan friendly.
Yes.
So, all right. Okay, so we got your primer all set to
Mhm.
go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that application of that Pure Press base. And remember, again, your Pure Press base is gonna be your foundation, your SPF protection, your antioxidant protection, AKA your skincare, and also you can use it as a concealer, all right? So we recommend if you are a Pure Press user,
Go ahead.
and I wanna address this now. I know after a certain age, us ladies look at powder like kryptonite. We get like a little frightened of powder, okay? Because again, we don't have that talc. This is almost like a skin-like finish. So it will never settle into any imperfections or what you see to be imperfections in the skin. It's simply going to just go on very smoothly. And with our application, it's a little bit more special. So I'm actually going to do it with you. All right.
Okay, great. Um,
And you're going to do a downward motion just like that. Okay. So with our powders, you never want to buff them into the skin simply because we have no fillers and binders and you will end up bruising the mineral. So it's always going to be a downward motion. Okay, beautiful. And it's buildable coverage. So you can go as sheer or as full coverage as you like. And also, here's another key bonus. The SPF that's in our powder and all of our foundation is 40 minutes water resistant. So if you're like, you know what, I want to go for a quick run or I want to, take a dip in the pool with my pure pressed on, you're
yeah.
still covered for up to 40 minutes after that and you're protected. All right. Now, what I would is to take a smaller brush
Okay.
and just kind of sweep a little bit under your eye and use it as a concealer as well.
And we've gotten a couple great questions in the last couple of minutes. Joanna wants to know what's the difference between dewy and illuminating? And
Okay.
another person asked what primer is best for combination skin?
So let me handle the combination skin because I'll give her time to talk. So, or type. So I want to know if it's combination normal to dry or normal to oily, because those are the two different combination skins. That looks great, Katie. And then what was the other question? I'm sorry.
The difference, no, difference between, I think she meant the brightening primer and the
Okay.
illuminating glow.
Okay, so with the brightening primer, it's going to be more of a dewiness to the skin. The illuminating primer is going to be more of a like a glow. Okay,
Mm.
so the dewiness is going to be more hydrating, more dewy, whereas the illuminating is going to be, it's going to lay a little bit flatter on the skin, but it's going to give you just a subtle pearlescent
Mm.
glow. Okay, that looks great. Yeah, and what I love about this because you can use it as a concealer. You can literally take this little brush and put it on different areas of your face where you feel like you need a little bit more coverage. That looks fantastic.
Thank you. Got a great teacher.
Good job. All right. So let's throw some color. We might as well throw
Okay,
some color on.
let's do it.
All right. So now Katie's going to throw in a little color and we're going to keep it very quick, very simple. I like to call this the quick 5-minute face. So you have your primer, you have your Pure Press base, and we're going to use one of our brand new Glow Time ethereal sticks. We
Which
have blush sticks and we have highlighting sticks. So we have 5 blush shades and 3 highlighting shades that you can use on eyes, lips, and cheeks. So if you just are like, you know what, I need to do something really quick, I need to jump on a Zoom, I need to go drop the kids off, let me just do like a quick little 5-minute face. This is going to be your 5-minute face. So which one do you have?
I'm gonna
Whatever you choose. Go.
Aura.
Okay. So you're
Is
gonna
this
do
always
Aura?
your favorite?
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
my favorites. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
we're
here,
gonna, yeah, we're gonna pop it on the cheeks. Quick and easy. Yes. Very good. Go. We may have to do another masterclass. We may have to do one for just for blush, for
I think
cheek.
we should. Oh, I think we should. I need help because I feel like I used to just do like a circle right at my apples and I looked like a weird little doll. So,
No, that looks
yeah.
gorgeous. These are easy, creamy, super, super easy to use, quick and easy. Again, all skin types, all textures of skin. And
Okay,
then you can
we have
pop a little bit on your eyes.
a bunch of questions here.
Okay.
So let's see. Should concealer go under or over foundation? I've seen both.
So with concealers, I always recommend if you are going to use a liquid or a cream foundation, you're going to do your concealer after that. If you're going to do a powder foundation, you do your concealer first. Okay.
And the brush I was using was our handy brush. And I think a couple people asked that.
And then the blending contour brush to put
The blending, thank you.
the smooth affair
The
on, or you
small
can,
brush I was,
the small brush you were using is a crease brush.
yeah, oh, with the crease brush, which I love. Let's see, what is the best brush to use for mineral powder foundation? I personally love our handy brush for pure pressed.
However, and I don't have one on my desk. However, if you are using our amazing base, which is our loose formula,
Mhm.
make sure to pick up a chisel powder brush so that, because we don't want to waste any bit of our product. Okay. So we've got to have the proper tools. And again, when you use our powders, I'm going to remind you one more time, no buffing.
Yep.
That
Um,
looks great.
Oh, thank you. I know, I love it. It just sort of brings up my eyes. Oh my gosh, we're getting so many good questions here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to them all. This is a really good one. Do you use primer under Beyond Matte Foundation?
So because Beyond Matte has a built-in primer, it's a 3-in-1, it's a primer, foundation, and concealer. There's no need to use a primer. However, if you are wanting to bring a little bit more of a luminosity, you absolutely can use the illuminating formula, the brand new formula. The other two formulas, I wouldn't suggest using underneath because it does have that built-in primer.
Okay. And somebody asked if we could show the highlighter stick. Is that okay with you?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely,
great.
absolutely. So we're using the ethereals and the blush and highlighter sticks. The blush comes in 5 shades and the highlighters come in 3 shades. But I'm digging your eyes and your cheeks, lady.
Thank you. I'm going to use my favorite highlighter. This is Eclipse. It's this like gorgeous. You had a great, how did you describe this? Sun drenched or something? I forget. We were catching the sun. I
Oh,
forget how
I
you
was
said it.
catch the gold.
That was it. I forgot.
It's
I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt, but Janet, I mean, Nichelle will have the best tips, but I usually just put it up here
absolutely,
and then,
go
oh,
for it. And
there
just
we
tap
go.
it in. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. It looks great on Zooms. I feel like when I'm really tired and I just want to, I put a little powder on, a little highlighter, and then I feel a little bit more alive. And let's see here, gotten a couple more questions.
I want to answer Lynn's question. So Lynn, I'm not going to read it out loud. So she's asking which formula is going to be best suited for her redness and also her pores and possibly some fine lines and wrinkles. So the pores are your primary concern, but you're not oily. Lynn, I would say go with our original formula. Okay, that original formula is going to be the one that you want to go for, because I don't want anything that's going to be oil controlling if you're not oily. But it sounds like you have some concerns just with possible texture and
Yeah,
redness. So go for that brightening.
yeah. And
Um, Go ahead.
Deborah, I used the shade Glorious, which is one of my favorites. I love, love, love this one for that I used on my eyes. On my cheeks, I used Aura.
Yes. And Susan asked the same thing. She said, what color cheek highlighter did you use? Susan, she used Eclipse, correct?
Yes. Where did I put it? I don't have a lot of space. I don't know where it could have gone.
It's Eclipse. And and FYI, you guys, and you can see, I mean, clearly Katie and I are complete opposite ends of the spectrum. I also use all 3 of those shades as well.
Yeah.
So that's how skin friendly and how beautiful they are on all skin types, all skin tones and textures. Okay.
Truly universal, which I think is sort of magical.
All right, so let's see here. I bought a primer for oily skin and use it under my pure press, but I can't control the oil or the shine. Patricia, Patricia is having issues with controlling the oily. So Patricia, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna type my email into the box again, and I want you to email me, and so we can chat offline. Okay. All right. Did you have another question?
Yeah, an anonymous attendee asked, I've been using the matte pressed foundation, but should I be using the Beyond Matte liquid foundation for my oily skin? Might be similar to Patricia's.
I would say this, it's a preference. I tend to actually use both. I like a little liquid just because I don't know if that's my safety zone, but I usually just kind of use it in this area where I'm a little bit more porous. And I tend to use powder all over. So it's really a texture preference. Again, I like to use both and I do have oily skin. So I'm gonna type my email in again, if I can spell my name.
And oh, this is a good one from Susan. Do you consider yourself, I don't know if she means both of us, but Nichelle, are you cool or warm? Or
No,
neutral?
I'm warm.
Yeah.
So what are you, ma'am?
I consider myself neutral. I do
Neutral?
have a fair bit of pink, but typically, I mean, I like gold and silver jewelry, so that helps. And
Yes.
Raven said, how would you describe my coloring? I say I'm fair. I don't usually uh, get much darker in the summer or anything. I also don't go out in the sun, so I'm typically fair. I would describe myself.
Okay, so I have some other questions. So Lynn, you have no retailers nearby. Are there any online resources for helping color selection? Do you want to speak to that, Katie,
That
from
is a
your
great question. And Raven, this might actually be helpful for you as well. Our beauty advisor team are incredible. If you want to reach out to them at beautyadvisors@janeiredale.com, I'll add it to our chat box. They have one-on-one consultations. They can help you shade match yourself, find products if you aren't able to go in store and try the products in person and test them out. But I'll add that email in now, but they would be able to help you figure out your coloring, figure out the right products, all that good stuff.
Yep, and everyone else, I'm going to say it again, get out and support your local small business. So,
Exactly.
but we have resources, we never want to leave any stones uncovered. So, all jokes aside, we are definitely here to help you, whether that's to find your local partner or to assist you one-on-one if you live kind of far out. Thank you, Julie. That's very kind of you to say.
Oh, they're wonderful. I love Caitlin and her team. They're so helpful.
She's
Um,
fabulous.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. Oh, we had a couple questions pop in about Absence, the primer.
Okay.
You want to touch on that?
Yeah, so unfortunately, absence is going bye-bye. It is getting
Definitely.
discontinued. We're gonna sell whatever we have left through, and then we're going to move on to some other things. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, try that Smooth Affair for oily skin. All right.
Exactly.
All right. You have another question?
And Brandy asked, what primer and foundation do you recommend for combination and oily skin?
Okay, so I would recommend the oily skin primer and pure press base,
Mm.
or if you prefer a little bit more of a liquid coverage, you can do the Beyond Matte without a primer underneath, and you can use the pure press base on top.
Yeah.
Beyond Matte does not have an SPF, so we want to make sure we're still protecting our skin. So you can use pure pressed on top of that as well.
Awesome. So it looks like we're caught up on questions. Oh, Shifra just said she loves our new under eye concealer. We do too. Thank you.
That under eye concealer is everything. My
It's so
goodness.
good.
That's the Enlighten Plus, in case you're gonna ask,
Oh,
in case
yes.
anyone wants to know. All
I
right,
just
so
got
you
it.
want to just top some lips off with that look,
I
and then
do.
yes,
Yeah. I look slightly crazy when I put on lipstick. So, you know,
well, You should have me put on mascara while you did lips so that
I
I can.
trained myself to close my mouth when I put mascara on. It took me a long time. And we do have one other question. It is off topic, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, Nichelle. I've heard from another Jane artist that they use Tantasia to contour. How might someone accomplish that?
I would say this. You could either get one of the contour kits. We have three. We have cool, warm, and deep. Or you can simply take one of the deeper shades of powders and you can contour with one of the deep shades of powders. If you need a benchmark, for me, I'm warm brown, and I use cocoa powder to contour. Okay. Now, what could the powder me SPF be used of the let's see. Hey Teresa, could the powder me SPF be used over the Beyond Matte liquid without manipulating the finish? You'll get a little bit more of a matte finish, and I want to say an even more matte finish if you do use the powder me SPF on top. Okay, all right. So what this lovely lady, oh, look at those hot lips. Okay, so I wasn't ready, but I hope you guys were. So Katie is using our new Beyond Matte lip fixation, and this is a remarkable product. This actually is our liquid lipstick that dries down to a matte finish. And for those folks that are still, masking up, it does not transfer onto your mask. So it's kissable, it's drinkable, it's maskable, it's everything. This is something that we did launch in a timely fashion. It was crazy in the fall. Who go figure?
Mhm.
So that's our Beyond Matte Lip Fixation, and you look absolutely gorgeous in that short amount of time. My goodness.
I know. Well, this was my question I was going to ask you is, what is your desert island Jane Iredale pick? You get SPF, that's a freebie.
So I get my pure press base. That's
You
my
get,
free.
yeah, you get your pure pressed. Yeah. So,
Okay.
mhm.
Retractable brow pencil, lash conditioner.
Great. I've
Yes.
got my brow pencil here too. I love this thing so much.
Okay, so hold on. We got some things going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the longest lasting lip staining shade that you have? Other companies have staining lip colors that have ingredients that are not good. I'm glad that you asked that. You will never find petroleum or any synthetics in our products, but we do not put a time stamp on how long our products last. Okay. But trust me, I've gone a whole day without, and what I love about this formula is it feels weightless. A lot of those products that I've tried from other brands feels very heavy on the lips after a while, gets a little gummy. This has plant extracts, so your lips feel weightless and it still gives a little bit of hydration. And I don't want to butcher your name, Shifra, I hope that's correct, said, I wish this lipstick came in an orange with no pink in it. We do have a coral shade.
Yeah. Let me look it up. Hold on.
Okay, we're gonna look up that shade just for you, ma'am. Greta said, "Amen." I'm glad that you said. I said something that was worthy of an amen. uh, Kathy said, "Can you use the primers on your lips?" You absolutely can use the primer on your lips. Yes, Greta agrees with me with the lash conditioner. All right. So I think we have all the coral has pink in it. I did okay. I got her name correctly. Okay, but this one I called it a coral, but I promise you, it does not have an ounce of pink in it. It is,
Yeah, in
yeah,
person, it's very coral. And it's interesting because I actually am I'm not really scared of color, but I do
mhm,
get scared of coral sometimes, but I love this one because I
yeah,
think, it just looks I feel very kind of like classic Hollywood, like it's all I really need. It's just like my lashes and my infatuation.
yes,
But
yes, yes.
Schiffer, if you do have questions and you don't live near a Jane Iredale store, you can reach out to our beauty advisors and they'll help you find your perfect shade.
Absolutely.
We do have a couple of other questions coming in. Do, 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 do. Oh, what about hydration sprays, Nichelle?
Yes, that was my. I was thinking. I was like, we need to finish this look.
Thanks,
All
Jane.
right. So if you don't know, our hydration sprays are absolutely magical. Not only do you get great skincare benefits, and yes, we have a flavor, so to speak, a formula for every skin type and skin condition. So what the purpose of our hydration sprays are is to really lock the minerals to the skin. It gives adherence to your mineral to your face. So it, for all intents and purposes, it sets your makeup, it sets your minerals. But again, our sprays are specific to our formulas. So make sure that you don't try this with any other random crazy town spray, right? We want to make sure we're always using the appropriate hydration spray with that's appropriate for your skin type and also with our minerals. Okay. And yes, I've had this question asked before. Can I use this on those days where I'm not wearing makeup? Don't forget skincare and the spray. You absolutely can. So Katie's going to use our palm mist, which is also one of our top 10 products. And everyone loves the scent, that pure antioxidant protection. And it's also going to set everything and get her going.
It's so
You look
nice.
amazing. Yes.
Thank you.
So
I just leave one on my desk, even when I'm not wearing makeup. Whoever just asked that, it's just so nice. Like if you need a little pick me up during the day, spray it on. Oh, got some other great questions in here. I have this is a little off topic, but I have very sparse blonde eyelashes. What mascara would you recommend?
okay, so I would definitely do the lash conditioner. The lash conditioner is going to help to build your lashes.
Mhm.
And then I would say use the longest lash, which is our thickening mascara. It comes in brown
Good.
and no, that's the longest
That's
lash,
the-
not pure lash lengthening. But because she has the sparseness, I want her to just kind of get some volume going in there. And also the longest lash has some hydrating properties. So it's going to keep your lashes nice and hydrated. But you definitely want to start with that pure lash conditioner, which by the way, you can also sleep in as a nighttime treatment to help to strengthen your lashes as well. Okay, because we want to keep them hydrated. And then we have some questions and some comments over here. Why is lemongrass love not on the new speed matching chart? That's because they're taking my baby away.
Very
And,
good to point out.
and someone says that they carry their palm mist during the summer in their bag. Yes,
Yes.
I say this: if you're spending any amount of time at a pool, at a beach, spray your entire body because remember, we need antioxidants everywhere. We have skin everywhere.
It's great
Um,
in the hair. I love putting it like if I've been in a restaurant and I get that
yeah.
like restaurant smell, I'll pop a little bit in my hair.
Okay.
Um,
Jenny says, I really like the new camera feature online to see what the product will look like once applied. Is
yes,
it pretty accurate? Yes, trust me, we were the crash test people for that. And yes, it is pretty accurate.
I'm so happy you like it though.
I didn't have to wear false lashes to my son's wedding because of the lash conditioner. Yes, fantastic. I love all these comments and these questions. You guys are absolutely amazing.
I
Do
should
we
take
have
a screenshot
anything?
of that.
And do we have anything else
We
before
do.
we
We have a
wrap it
few
up?
more. I know we're almost well, we're at our kind of Q&A portion, so
Yeah.
we've got a couple minutes left. Susan asks, what would be the best foundation to try that is light? I only use the tinted moisturizer now.
Okay, so you can do the dream tent, but
Mhm.
if you want to kind of bump it up a little bit, you can definitely go to liquid minerals if you like something more of a dewy finish, or feel free to use look at our amazing base or our pure press. It'll just give you a light, or you can do a light dusting of either one on top of your dream tent.
Mhm. Love that. I'm a recent liquid minerals user and I can't go back. I love it. Um, let's see here. I have silver gray, almost disappearing eyebrows. Help.
Okay, so we want to get an ash blonde, something that's more of a taupey based. You can use we have our Great Shapes Brow Kit, which is a powder. So it also contains a wax that you can put on first, and the wax will give adherence to the powder, even those more sparse areas. Or if you feel more comfortable using a pencil, you can use our ash blonde in the retractable brow pencil as well. Okay.
I love this pencil. I just have to say.
What is your most full coverage foundation? ma'am, it's glow time. You can cover up a whole lot with that glow time. A
Yeah,
glow time, when you see the tube should last you 1 year. I'm not kidding. You use a
truly.
size of a chickpea for your entire face, and that does, you can use it as concealer as well.
Okay, oh, we've got some more good questions coming in. Do all the hydration sprays contain alcohol?
You know what? Get that. I want you to take note of that question. Who
Yeah.
asked that question?
Let's see who. Judith.
Okay, Judith, let us get back to you on that because I don't want to give you the wrong answer. I will say that the way that our hydration sprays are made is we really, really kind of capture the essential oils, the mist of the essential oils, so they're highly concentrated. But I'm gonna take note of that, and we're gonna answer that question for you offline.
Yes, we
Okay.
will. And then I know we're running out of time, so I'm going to try and grab the last few. Leslie wants to know, Nichelle, what are you wearing on your eyes? Because it's stunning.
So what I have is our Pure Basics kit and our Mystical. So because I'm a little, I like to zhuzh. So what I do is I actually use the Mystical. I use Onyx, but it does come in a dark topaz, which is absolutely stunning. So because I'm a deeper skin tone, I use the Mystical, it's black. So I like to take that in the crease and just deepen my crease. But I am using the Pure Basics kit. Okay,
Yes,
anything
it is
else?
stunning. I have to agree.
Thank you, ma'am. I did it all for you.
Let's see. I think we pretty much have covered everything else, and I don't want us to run out of time on our Zoom here.
Okay,
But if we didn't get to your question, please reach out to us. Thank you so much for joining us on our very first masterclass too. I'm so chuffed that all these
I'm
people
just
are here.
thrilled. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. So you want to make your announcement?
I do. Okay. Oh, there is one more question. When do you use the new eye concealer? Great question, Shifra. That's the Enlighten Plus.
Yeah, so with that being said, again, if you're going to use a liquid foundation, always do your concealing after you put your liquid and then set everything with your powder. If you're going to use a powder foundation, then you're going to do your concealer first. You're going to put your powder right on top. Okay. All right. So hang tight. We have just a quick little announcement.
Yes, very quick announcement. If you have made it thus far, you have been automatically entered to win a $250 Jane Iredale gift card. So you can buy all of the things we've been talking about, anything else, and we'll reach out to you via email. It'll be a random drawing, but thank you everyone for joining us. Nichelle, it's always a pleasure to be with you. Uh,
Always.
yes.
And I'm just saying, I don't know if you have plans this evening, but you need to go outside.
I was like, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. Like I can be like, oh, what? I need an avocado, and we'll see. I'll work it out.
Absolutely. We're getting so many like just kudos. Thank you all so much. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, make sure if you're able to get to one of our local partners, you use our partner locator so that we can support our people. So make sure you use that. But thank you all for attending. We appreciate you so much. And be well out
Thank
there.
you.
All
Be
right.
well, exactly. See you all soon.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.